Good morning. My name is Officer Anthony Rinaldi. I'm the president of the Hartford Police Union. Called here today. We have a big announcement with some other fellow unions, police unions. Like to make an announcement. We are endorsing Bob Stefanowski for governor, state of Connecticut. Bob and Laura are willing to sit down, work with law enforcement, make changes to that police accountability bill. Those changes are needed in order to revive the law enforcement career. So today, Hartford Police Union fully endorses Bob Stefanowski for governor. Bob?
So thank you, everyone, and thanks to you guys for showing up on a Monday morning. I just want to give you a complete list as to what endorsements, and this is not easy for law enforcement to do, particularly some of the officers from Democratic cities. And Laura and I can't tell you how much we appreciate that support and how much it matters both to us. And I think it matters to people across Connecticut, and I think it's going to matter to voters as well. So officially, as of right now, we have Stamford endorsement, Bridgeport, Hartford. We have the Connecticut Alliance of City Police, which covers Waterbury, New Haven, and Naugatuck. We have the Connecticut Fraternal Order of Police. We have my hometown of Madison Police. We have the town over, Clinton. We've got Trumbull, and we have Enfield. And I think it's a testament both to what we're going to do with law enforcement. We're going to make people safer. We're going to support these men and women. They put their lives on the line every single day for our safety. I'm just going to read from one of the endorsements because I think it summarizes it better than I could probably say. The endorsement that we received goes, as we have all witnessed, the profession of policing has been under attack from extreme activists, liberal media personalities, and so-called progressive politicians. They allied and took advantage of a high-profile event in a faraway jurisdiction to justify radical legislation here in Connecticut, which was endorsed by the governor. You, Bob, you have taken the time to engage with Connecticut's police officers and vowed a commitment to law enforcement and the rights of the men and women willing to serve. We're going to support these men and women. We're going to repeal the poor parts of the police accountability bill. Some of them, okay. Body cams. It's interesting to me that police support having body cams. That tells me that they're comfortable with what they're doing and that a body cam actually gives them independent evidence that they're not doing anything wrong. If you were doing something wrong, you would not want body cams. They embrace them. We're going to bring back qualified immunity. Governor Lamont passed a bill that put these men and women who are putting their lives on the line for us every day at risk. Their personal assets are at risk. We're going to bring back consent searches. Find a lot of issues that way. We're having a fentanyl crisis in Connecticut. We're having a drug crisis in Connecticut. Consent searches revealed a lot of those things. I would argue that's probably why drug abuse is up in Connecticut and fentanyl is going through the roof, part of the reason. And we're going to change the use of force provision. It's to the point in Connecticut where officers almost have to wait for the criminal to shoot before they can do so themselves. We challenged Governor Lamont to sign a pledge like we did to protect law enforcement and keep people safe. That was last Monday. I can only assume he doesn't support police. I can only assume that after the tragedy we saw in Bristol, he doesn't want to make any changes. We can either talk about it at the debate tomorrow night, because I guarantee you it's going to come up, or he can come back with a statement in advance. But these voters need to know where he stands. These officers need to know where he stands. The families of Officer Hamzy and Officer DeMonte deserve to know when he stands, and the people of Connecticut need to know where he stands. So again, I thank you guys. You're amazing for stepping up. I look forward to working with you. I'm going to turn it over to Laura Devlin to make some final comments.
Thank you. I couldn't be more proud to be here today, and with these endorsements, Bob and I have made it very clear that we back our police, men and women who do put their lives on the line every single day. And not only do we support them in their jobs, but this bill that I was very proud to vote against because of the provisions that we have made a commitment to change will also make a big difference in terms of the safety of the people of our state. So I want to thank all of the departments who have offered their endorsements. You have our 110% more than that behind you, and it is very meaningful. Thank you.
Final thing I'll say before I open up for questions is the governor, when asked about police, he kind of gives these hollow statements about how our police are the best in the business, which they are. But he also says he has a great relationship with police. I would argue if he does, why haven't the top 4 cities, 4 or 5 in the state of Connecticut endorsed him? Why are these officers standing behind Laura Devlin and me? Crime is out of control in Connecticut. We all know it. We're doing this to protect police officers, but we're also doing this to keep people safe.